Can we go to the first page? Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Paramagurubhyo Namaha. Om Sarvagurubhyo Namaha. Neelatungastanairidati Subdhamudbhoti Krishnam Parartyam Swam Sudhisarasirasiddhamadhyapayanti Sochishthayam Srajnighalitam Ya Bhalat Kritya Bhunkte Godhadasyai Namaidamidham Bhuya Evastu Bhuya Annavayal Puduvai Aandal Arangarku Pannu Tiruppavai Palpadiyam In Isayal Padi Kuduttal Natpamaalai Poomalai Shudi Kuduttalai Chollu சூடி கொடுத்த தொடர்கொடையே தோல்பாவை பாடி அருள வல்ல பல்வலையாய் நாடினி வெண்ணகழவர்க்கென்னை விதியென்ற இம்மாற்றம் நாம் கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. We can move to the second slide. In Tiruppavai, there are 30 pasarams, and the way that it's been structured is so very beautiful. And we are in the third stage or section of this 30 pasarams. The first section is where the introduction took place. That is from Pasuram number 1 through 5. And from 6 to 15, we completed yesterday the 15th Pasuram, where it is Bhagavata Tirupalli Ezhuchi, is waking up the devotees, approaching the Bhagavatas, devotees, and waking them up. And the 16th Pasuram through the 20th Pasuram, Vinnorgal Tirupalli Ezhuchi, that means the very closely associated devotees of the Lord, intimately associated devotees of the Lord. And those are the devotees are going to be woken up from 16th through 20th. The 16th Pasuram that we are going to release today is waking up or approaching Dwarapalakas. Dwara means door, Dwarapalaka means who protects. Like Gopala means one who protects the go. Go means cow. Dwarapalakas are the security or the guard of the Lord's door entrance. Dwarapalakas. Now, this is the third division of this Prabandham, this entire Tiruppavai Prabandham. Prabandham is the literature. So, in this set of slokas that we are going to focus is going to wake up Dwarapalakas, and then Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, Baladev, Nappinnai, who's intimate consort of the Lord, and finally Krishna himself. In this is the approach or the way that one has to follow a protocol to approach Krishna. This is a protocol to approach Krishna. Purushakaram is a technical term that we need to know, which means a person who stays as a mediator, as who can recommend us to Krishna. And that's called Purushakaram. And these are the ways that one has to approach Krishna, going through the gatekeeper, and then going to Nanda Maharaj, going to Yashoda, going to Baladev, going to Nappinnai, and then finally approaching Krishna. When we go to any Vishnu temple, when we enter, it is not that we go straight into the temple, so the sanatorium, inside the temple, the altar room, and then folded hand, look at the deities, and take darshan, and just walk out. There is certain protocol that needs to be followed, especially entering into these temples. And one of the thing is one should not be worshipping the deity without taking permission or blessings of the priest. The priest should be respected in such a way as good as God, because not anyone and everyone can enter into the altar where the deities are there. Only certain people are allowed to stay inside the altar and do the services to the deities on behalf of the people who cannot do it. Therefore, it is important that we pay proper respect to the priest, and with the priest's blessings, then we can worship the Lord. It is not that because the priest is not there, it's not that anyone and everyone can enter into the altar room and start doing things over there. If the priest is not there, not that we need a shadari and we just can't extend our hands into the altar, take the shadari and put it on our head and start putting on others' head and then place it back. We have no permission, we don't have no authority, we are not being authorized to perform that particular service. It is only authorized for certain people to perform the deity worship. Therefore, it is important to even the opening of the curtain and closing of the curtain cannot be done by anyone. If we see the curtain is not closed properly, we are not the one who's supposed to go and close. We are not allowed to do that one. It is only the priest. We have to inform the priest, and the priest has to go and close or open or whatever needs to be done. They are the only authorized authority to do those things. That is exactly how we need to follow this thing. So one must worship and get permission of the Lord's devotee before one can worship the Lord. This is the principle, and that is the principle is being exhibited by Andal and all the gopis over there. They did not approach Krishna directly, and they are following certain protocol. And we can. It is obvious when we. Now is the 16th day today. In past 15 days, we must have realized, if we have contemplated on what's happening all these days, we could have realized, well, Andal could have gone directly to Krishna. She gone through one step after another step or another step, gathering all the gopis, and now they're going to the doorkeeper and they're going to beg the doorkeeper to open the door. Why they have to do all this thing? Why can't they simply go directly to the deity? So this is the pasuram that we chant first, especially in most of the Vishnu temple. This is one of the important pasuram that they chant to open the door of the deity. So you can understand the importance of this particular pasuram. And I've been telling that every pasuram is important pasuram. That is the true statement. So when we enjoy that particular pasuram, definitely it's an important pasuram. This speciality of this pasuram is, this is the pasuram in the Vishnu temple, in all the Divya Desham, all the places, they chant this pasuram to open the deity, and open the doors of the deity room. So we should also understand, before we can just cannot enter to the deity room directly. There are certain mantras we have to chant and knock the door few times and get the permission and then enter into the thing. It's not our bathroom or it's not our bedroom where you don't need to knock and enter. You can just enter into your rooms anytime, however you want. That's our house. We can do however we want. But we are entering into, even within our house, if we have a puja room, if we have a deity room, that room cannot, just because it's our house, we cannot just rush into that. We have to go close to the door, offer our pranam in front of the door, and then pray this pasuram, and then knock the door few times or ring the bell and enter into the deity room. And then one important thing is, when you're entering to the deity room, if you're having deities at your home, you cannot do anything inside when it's dark. You got to light a lamp, or you have to turn on the light and then start doing things. We cannot do things in a dark room, and that's not right way to do. So here also same thing. One has to approach the priest, and with the blessings of the priest, then we get the mercy of the deity. Here the priest is the mediator between the people who are coming to the temple and the deities. So we can understand how important a role of being a priest at the temple. Anyone who's taken up the role of the priest at the temple, they should know they are representing the guests who are coming to the temple, and they have to understand they have taken a big responsibility of connecting the jivatma who's coming to the temple to the deity, and they have to understand it's costless mercy. They have been given this opportunity by the Lord to do the service for the mankind. If the priest does not have any of this understanding, their service is not going to be of not effective. Therefore, this service of being a priest is not just coming and showing an incense stick, a lamp, and the water, and the cloth, and then the flower, and chamara and peacock plan and then blow a conch and go back out of it, go out of the room. It's not what it's. One stays there for the entire period until the last person gets out of the temple, because that is their service, that is what they need to do, and we should not be looking for the devotees to searching for the priest. Where did the priest go? Where is he? We shouldn't be any of this thing, because they have an important responsibility to connect the Jivatma to Paramatma, and they are the representative of the people who are coming to the temple. Therefore, the priest represents an Acharya. Acharya, they are the one, the manifestation of the God on the earth. And this is not just a statement, this is a truth statement that the Acharya or a Guru or the manifested representation of the God on the earth. Therefore, we need to have complete faith on Guru, complete faith on an Acharya, so that the Acharya can connect us to the Lord. And only the Acharyas, Gurus, knows our temptations, what our problems are. Not when we talk about problems, it doesn't mean a Guru knows our financial problems and where we are investing our wealth, money, whether we bought a house here or there, are we planning for marriage, are we planning for children, second kid, fourth kid, fifth kid. That is not what they are interested into, but they are interested in our spiritual progress. That's all their job is. But when they are interested in our spiritual, when they are interested in our Atma as a disciple, it is our responsible and interest to show our interest in their Sharira. As a disciple, we have to take care of Guru's Shariram, our body, and as a Guru, his responsibility to take care of our Atma. It's totally a reverse principle. His Guru is not here to take care of our body, and we are not here to take care of Guru's Atma. We have no capacity, no knowledge, no bhakti to take care of Guru's Atma. It's other way around. Guru are there to take care of our Atma, and we are as a disciple are there to take care of Guru's body. So therefore, Acharya do not, and also one more another point, Acharyas, Gurus do not think about the virtue or the sin of his disciple, or what background is coming from, where is he coming from, is he worth to come into the temple. So the priest also plays the same role, whether the person who's coming there, is he a qualified person to come to the temple, is he giving donation, is he coming regularly, it doesn't matter, he came to the temple. The only qualification to treat the person is coming to the temple. As soon as he come to the temple, he considered to be the property of Krishna. He is not anymore so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. He is simply a property of Krishna. If one comes to the temple, if he's property of Krishna, then how we should take care of that person? If we don't take care of the person, as we saw in one of the Pasuram, as an example of stories from Mahabharata, Krishna did not come directly to Hastinapur when Draupadi was going through a great insult, because if he comes, he's going to chop off the Pandavas' head, because they failed to understand Draupadi is Krishna's property. They did not take care of Krishna's property well. Therefore, anyone who comes to the temple, whatever the person is, whoever the person is, we should understand no one can come to the temple. No one can come to the temple without the grace and mercy of Lord's will. It is not accidental. It is not yadarchaya. I mean, the meaning of yad ichaya means it's not, in general term, yadarchaya means accidentally, right? But the little deep meaning of yadarchaya means it is by the will of the Lord. Nothing is happening in the world accidentally. It doesn't happen just like that. There is something which is driving things to happen in our life overall. Therefore, it is God's icha, God's desire that this person have to come to my temple on the Sunday program, sit here, listen to kirtan, listen to lecture, watch the harti is going on, and attend the program. It's not accidental. Therefore, the Lord's mercy there is Lord's property. So we take care of that person very well, very nicely, as much as possible. This is everyone's duty, especially those who are been in Krishna consciousness, those who have been coming to the temple for a long time, those understand something about Krishna consciousness. They should feel that this is my house, a guest is coming, and once he comes, I have to take care of that person, because he is not coming just like that. Krishna has invited him to come to his house. Therefore, I have to take care of Krishna's guest. So it's not a responsibility of only the temple president or anyone who's on that particular role. His role is a responsibility of every single person who is practicing Krishna consciousness to treat and give good hospitality for those who are coming to the temple. Thus, it is clear that one attains the Lord only through the help of a guru. And obtaining a good guru is not because of our purva karma, it is because of the anugraha of the Lord. Please understand this is an important thing. We attain the Lord only through the mercy of Guru. Now the question is, how did the Guru come into my life? The Guru comes into our life by my lot of good karma, punya karma I've done for several lives? No. It's only due to the grace of the Lord we get a Sadguru. Satguru means here a guru who is falling into the disciplic succession, a particular parampara, sampradaya, that person who is Satguru, and we accept him, and he is the one who's going to show us. He becomes a Purushakaram, he becomes a mediator, intermediator between God and us. And from that point, he is going to give us the complete mercy of Lord to us. And great acharyas, great saints, everyone have followed this particular path. They do not approach God, Krishna, Bhagavan directly. It is always through a Acharya, through a Guru, because they are the one who has the key to open the doors. They are the gatekeepers. They are the Dwarapalakas. If they don't allow us inside, we cannot go. They are specially appointed gatekeepers of Krishna. In this particular stanza, Gopikas, the gopis, 500,000 gopis, are gathered together, and now they are going into walking towards mansion Nanda Gopas. Nanda Gopa means Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj palace. And then when they go there, they see that the gatekeepers are there. The gatekeepers are there, and to they're going to request the gatekeepers to open the door. The opening the door symbolizes the opening of one's heart and mind to receive God's mercy. You go to some place and you're sitting there, but if your heart is not open, the ears may be open, but if the heart is not open, then won't be able to receive the mercy of the Lord into our heart. Therefore, opening the door symbolizes that we all have to open our heart. We may be having different ideas. We may be having coming from a different schools of thought. We may be having different agenda, whatever it may be. But when you're coming to a temple, when you're coming and listening to a pravachana, upanyasa, or a lecture, we cannot put and forth our ideas over there. We have to come as an empty vessel. When we come as an empty vessel, that means we are ready to receive what is going to be told. If you're going to someone with an idea and asking question to that person, expecting the answer to be of what our answers are, what we understood, then that means we are not opening up our heart. We may have some ideas, but then we have to be willing to accept other viewpoints as well. If not, we won't be a good student. We won't be able to receive and understand many things also this world. If I have a narrow mind, narrow heart, I cannot receive the message and lessons of the world, especially mercy of the Lord. Therefore, we should be willing to open our heart and willing to open our mind to receive Krishna's mercy. And then the door latch, is a feeling of independence from God. If you lock ourselves, that means we are locking ourselves with the idea that I am independent. No one can open me. No one can touch me. I'm a touch me not. And there's a plant called touch me not plant. So if you're locking ourselves, don't interfere with me. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me what I should do. I am locked up. I am locked. So this is what the latch means, the locking means. We are locking ourselves that I am independent. When you're opening ourselves, we are accepting we are dependent. We are dependent on the Lord. That is the removal. When you unlock it, that means removing our independency and then accepting our dependency upon the Lord. When one enters the temple to worship the Lord, it is essential, very essential, that this is the theme of this pasuram. This is the theme of the pasuram. When we are entering the temple to worship the Lord is standing there. He may stand there, but it is essential that we go through the devotee and get their permissions and blessings and then approach the Lord, because as we go in front of the Lord is going to ask us, who let you in? When you may be asking, well, I've come to the temple several times, no one was there, and I just go there and take the darshan of the Lord. Not one time the Krishna Balaram, not one time the deity has asked me, who let you in? No one asked me. We will not ask, because we understand we are not at the level to talk, have the conversation. But we have to understand in his heart, he's thinking, Krishna is thinking, or in his mind is asking to us when we go directly to him, who let you in, guy? Who let you in? So you should have come through my blessings and permission of my devotee. If you're coming directly, you think you have direct relationship with me. If you are in direct relationship with me, then you have to go through a lot of tests. Please understand. Anyone is thinking, I want to have direct relationship with Krishna, then we have to be ready to face all the examinations, all the tests that we have to have. Therefore, Vedam Vallare Kundu Vinnor Peruman. Vedam Vallare Kundu. There's a statement said, we should go surrender unto the Lord's devotee, and then Kundu, through them we have to approach the Lord. So the order of worship has been given in these pasuram, in starting from this pasuram onwards. This is introduction to the upcoming few pasurams, 16 pasuram to 20th pasuram. What is the way that we have to approach the Lord? Now the question comes, what is the necessity that we have to follow this order? He is the one who's going to, Krishna is the one who's going to give us moksha. Krishna is the, when I pray, whether it's moksha or whether it's material needs, whatever it may be, whatever I'm praying, it is Krishna who is going to give me what I'm praying for. So, what is the necessity that we have to go through this order? He is the one who's giving me everything, and I am the one who is going to receive it from him directly. Then, why we have to go through this protocol of go through this one, go through that one, and etc. etc. Well, we already know from Ramayana. If you don't, in the story, what happened is that when Rama, Sita was there, and then Lakshmana was on the side, something was, you were doing something. At that time, this most world Miss Universe approached, that is Surpanaka. This is Viparita Lakshana of telling negatively the other opposite of things. So Surpanaka comes. She wanted to marry Ramachandra. She wanted to marry Ramachandra. And then that did not take place, because the reason is she approached Rama directly and told that, hey, guy, you're so very handsome, and I am also so beautiful. She's telling, this is the nature of the world, right? We, however we are, when we come in front of the mirror, we think that we are the handsome man in the entire creation, in the creation of Brahma, and we are the most beautiful girl or a woman or a lady created by Brahma. Look at my eyes. We think ourselves like that. Look at my hair. It's so thick and dark and long and nice. And look at my ear shape. Look at my eyebrows. Look at my this, that, that. So we think, and this person would be almost close to Surpanaka, by the way. But that person will think, Surpanaka, this is called Surpanaka consciousness. When we go in front of the mirror, we say, I am the most beautiful person in the entire creation. So Surpanaka is telling, Rama, she didn't know it's Rama. She said, hey, young man, you're so handsome. You have the wide, broad shoulder. Your arms are so nice. Your eyes are so nice. Look at me. I am the perfect match for you. Supna is telling, I'm the perfect match for you. And we have to read Valmiki Ramayana, how Surpanaga has been described. Anyway, but she's thinking she's so beautiful. But Rama would have definitely, Rama is not like, unlike us, where we look for external beauty, not the internal beauty. When boys and girls look for each other match, nowhere in I was just trying to go through the matrimonial websites to help someone. So I was going through the website, and there's a requirement of partner partner's requirement. In the partner requirement, they are telling the spouse, the girl or boy, should be 5.6 and above, 5.6 to 5.8. The girl should be 5.6 to 5.8. If it is a girl looking for a boy, the boy should be 5.10 to 6 point, whatever it may be. And then the boy should be this much height, and he must have he must have already got his green card and citizen. H1s are not allowed, whatever it may be. They give all this different reason. And not in one profile, partner's preference profile, I've read that I want a person who's good in nature, who's dharmic, who's charitable, who's dedicated to the Sanatana Dharma, who engages in the service of Krishna or any god for that matter, who doesn't lie, who doesn't cheat. None of these things, not even in one profile. I saw this one. Not, you can just check it out yourself. You will not find any of these things. Any of these things. So here Surpanaka was approaching the Lord, and the point is that Rama does not look for the external beauty, and everyone is looking for external beauty, and they are failing to see the internal beauty, right? So people are fortunate if they get a spouse who is also externally beautiful and internally beautiful, and not many of them are like that. Some of them are internally beautiful, externally not that great. Some of them are externally beautiful, extremely beautiful, but internally like Surpanaka. But Surpanaka, when she approached Ramachandra, Ramachandra did not deny Surpanaka because she is a Rakshasi. That's not the reason that Ramachandra denied to marry Surpanaka, accept the proposal of Surpanaka. The only Surpanaka would have been successful in her attempt to marry Rama, but only a big mistake that she did is going directly to Ramachandra. She should have gone, fell at the feet of Lakshmana and requested him and got his blessings, and then should have gone to Mother Sita and fell at the feet of Mother Sita and told her, my dear mother, I'm so much in love with Ramachandra. I want to marry your husband. Please understand, no wife, just you walk into the temple and one girl is coming and from SLU, from the university, she's coming and telling to one Mataji, I like your husband, I like to marry him. What is that lady is going to tell? That Mataji is going to tell, oh, yeah, he's available. Please go get married. She's going to outrage. She's going to scream at that person and get angry. What are you talking? Nonsense. Get out of here, right? But just imagine what's going to happen now. Assume that Surpanaka is falling at the feet of Mother Sita, and Mother Sita is going to scream and yell at her. To our surprise, Mother Sita is going to bless her and tell, go for it. Here's my letter. You got married. You go marry Ramachandra. And when Ramachandra sees letter from Mother Sita approved by Lakshmana, and that would have been happened. Marriage would have been happened between Rama and Surpanaka. But she did not understand the secret how to approach Ramachandra. She failed to do that one. Therefore, the nose and ears were cut off. The biggest punishment she got. That's exactly how happened for Ravana also, right? Anyway, so the point is, Acharya are the ones who will open the door for us. We should not try to open the door ourselves. We don't know the person who's inside. This is the truth. You know, if there is a door, you're coming to a place, new place, and it looks so great, nice, but no one is around. You'll be thinking for a moment, should I open this door or not to open this door? Because you don't know what is inside. It could be good or it could be some danger inside, right? Therefore, you don't know what is inside. Likewise, we don't know the person who's inside in full, and that is Krishna. We are going to open the door. Means Krishna is standing there. Do we really know who Krishna is? Each one of us should ask to ourselves. We may be telling, yeah, I learned about Krishna. I know Bhagavatam. I know Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad Krishna. Krishna says himself, Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. He says he is the Prabhu of everything. From him everything comes. Nothing. I guess a lot of. So I know Krishna. Well, that is not enough. We don't. Anyone who says that I know Krishna. I know the person who's inside. That means you are expecting for some surprises. Means that we don't know him in full. Therefore, Archakas or the priests or the Acharyas on our behalf, they open the door and they let us go inside. Now let us go inside. Doesn't mean that everyone will be allowed to go into the altar room. We are talking about in a different plane now, different level now. That means they have the key to open the doors of Vaikunta, and they open it until, my dear child, the doors are open now. You can go inside. You are allowed to go inside. Now the question is, these 500,000 gopis, if you remember the Margari Tingal Madi Nirenda Nannala Nirada Podvir Podimino Peril, when you remember the first Pasuram of Tiruppavai, he said, hey girls, it's the right time for us. We have to get up and get ready, and tomorrow morning we all have to gather together in this particular spot, and then we are all going to go to Yamuna to perform the Pave Nombu, to perform the penance. This is the plan. And all the 500 have gathered already. But then this Pasuram is not taking them to Yamuna river, but then they are going to Nanda Maharaj's house. What is happening here? Why now that the 500,000 are there, they should simply go to Yamuna Nadi and then perform the austerity and complete it. But they're going to Nanda Maharaj's house. Remember, if those of you have been attending from day one, I told a story how this whole thing happened. The villager have assigned a service because the girls have to go. Initially, they were reluctant to send these young girls to the Yamuna in the pitch dark in the early morning around 3 o'clock to go and take bath in the water. They didn't want to. But then by the advice of Gargamuni, they appointed Krishna to guard this girl with them and take care they are safe and come back with them. Now Krishna is missing in this whole program. The 500 are ready to go to Yamuna Nadi. But then who's missing? The guard, the security guard is missing, because the security guard has been assigned by the village heads that you need to go with them and take care of them. Where is Krishna? Krishna is not there. Krishna is not. What is he doing? He is sleeping now. The whole Pasuram is wonderful. It's about waking up our Jeev Jago, waking up the sleeping soul, right? Like that. Now Krishna is sleeping. Now Krishna is sleeping, the God is sleeping, the security is sleeping. What is the security system that we have in our house then, right? So to wake him up, to 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 remind him that he is our God, so he has to come. So now they are approaching to the palace, Nanda Maharaj palace, and it is Krishna's service to provide necessary. So second reason why they, now the question why they need Krishna. Well, number one is Krishna is a God for them. God, not God. G-O-D, G-U-A-R. Krishna is G-U-A-R-D. Krishna is also G-O-D. It's beautiful, right? Krishna is the absolute God, and He is a God for us also in our life. So these people want Krishna to guard them. Therefore, Krishna. And another point is Krishna is the one who's going to supply them the necessary upakaranam, the necessary things, the articles that is needed for their puja near Yamuna Nadi, because that is a service. He has to guard them. He has to provide all the necessary. Please pay attention to every verse that has been told here, because it has a deeper meaning that's coming up. Krishna is the God. Krishna is the one who has to support them to perform their puja with necessary ingredients or articles. It is not we have to collect. Krishna will provide everything for them to perform their puja. The point here is we don't need to do anything. We have a icha, we have a desire, then Krishna will provide all the upakaranam. Krishna will provide everything that needed for us to progress in Krishna consciousness. He will make such a wonderful arrangement that I have a desire to, I want to be a devotee, I want to understand more about Krishna. Then you will, to a surprise, someone will knock at the door and tell, here's the Bhagavad Gita book, here's the Bhagavatam said, would you like to take? And someone will come and give some prasadam, and devotees will come, and everything will change in our life. Krishna is the one who provides everything. All we have to have is sincere desire. If we have a sincere desire, and that seed will be the starting point for all of us to progress nicely in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, these are the reasons. Hence, they are at the door of Nanda Maharaj. Now, the question is, instead of waking up, well, they did not go to Yamuna Nadi by themselves, because as per the agreement, Krishna, the God, and he is the one who has to supply the ingredients or articles for the puja, he is missing. Now they have to go wake up Krishna, who is still sleeping. Now they are going to Nanda Maharaj's house and then going through some doors instead of going directly to Krishna. If they wanted, they could somehow or the other go directly to Krishna. But they are following a protocol, going to the doorkeepers, going to Nanda Maharaj, going to Yashoda, going to Balaram, going to Nappinnai, and finally approaching Krishna. What is happening here? This is the procedure. The procedure is when we are going to the temple, the first thing is we have to take the darshan of Raja Gopuram. The Gopuram, you have the big temple, and the top you have the Kalash, on the top there will be a pot-like thing, and we have to take darshan of, offer our pranam, respect, and prayer to that Gopuram, the dome on the top. We have to do that. Next is Dwajastambam. Dwajastambam means in front of all the temple there will be a flag, a big pillar, and on the top there will be a flag. Dwajastambam. Stambam means a pillar. Stambam is quite familiar for most of us because Narasimha came out of the Stambam, right? The pillar. Dwajastambam means the flag, the pillars which has the flag. Then we have to offer our pranam in front of this Dwajastambam. Then we go and take darshan of Garuda, Garuda Seva. Garuda will be there, and we have to offer a pranam to Garuda Dev. Of course, there will be Hanuman also. We take permission from Hanuman. Then we have to offer pranams to all the saints and sages, the murtis over there, the murti forms of all the great sages will be there, and we have to take permission from them. And then we enter, and there'll be a devatas, parivara devatas. Parivara devata means that particular parivara, the family, the family parivaram, that parivaram, the lineage, that devatas will be there. We have to offer our prayers to the devata, parivara devatas. And then next is the consort, Tayar, the mother, Mahalakshmi, Sita Devi, Radharani. So we have to pray, offer our pranaman obeisances to mother of the universe. And then we go to the close to the doors, where on the entrance on the left hand side and right hand side there'll be two personalities exactly identical to the Lord, holding Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma on a standing pose in a different way, and we have to get their permission. They are the Dwarapalakas, Jaya Vijaya, and many Dwarapalakas are there, but this is predominantly the Jaya Vijaya. Dwarapalakas are there near the entrance. We have to offer our pranam to both the Dwarakas, sorry, both the Dwarapalakas. And then, with their permission, after finishing the Rajagopura Darshanam, Dwajastamba Darshanam, and then Garuda Seva, Hanuman Seva, and then Acharya's blessings, and Parivara Devatas, and then Mother's, the Mahalakshmi's permissions, and then Dwarapalaka's permission, and then we go in front of the Lord. And that is the way we have to offer our prayers. That's a way, that's a protocol that we have to follow, especially when we go to the temple. One might be, well, not every temple, especially, may not have all this thing. Yes, therefore, mentally we have to offer this one. It's not that that doesn't have, does not mean that we can just go straight into the deities, into front of the deities. We still have to go through the Guru Parampara, and then if the Prabhupada is there, go offer a pranam to Prabhupada. Like, there is Garuda is there, then we offer our pranam to Garuda, do the Garuda Seva, and then come in front of the deity, and then see the Guru Parampara there, offer there our pranam to Guru Parampara, and we see Radharani, if we have Radharani's deities. If we don't, then we have Balaram, then we offer pranams to Balaram, and then come to the, then offer our pranam to the lotus feet of Krishna. From the lotus feet, raise our consciousness from bottom to up to the lotus feet of the Lord. And this is exactly what we need to be doing. In the 16th Pasuram, Koyilkapane, Kapane. There are two gatekeepers are there, Koyilkapan and Kapan. And they, Andal and the party are going in front of them, requesting Koyilkapan, please let us in. And he lets them in, and they go to the next doorkeeper called Kapan. He begs, they beg to them, and he lets them inside. And that is 16th Pasuram. In the 17th Pasuram, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, Balaram, Parivara Devata. These are the Parivara Devata in their Parivaram, in the lineage, in the Parampara. So they offer their pranam to them, and with them they go to the 18th, 19th, and 20th Pasuram, which is Nappinai, the dearmost intimate consort of the Lord, Nappinai, and they go to her. And with their blessings, 21st Pasuram, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 is all about direct interaction with Krishna. 21 to 29. Krishna, so beautiful. So always we must follow this protocol. We must to approach the Lord. And Andal is talking all hand holding towards Krishna, meaning taking all, Andal is taking all. What she's doing here is she's hand holding. She's we're traveling with Andal. It is not like we are sitting in a particular part of United States of America and something has happened many yugas back or many years back. It is not like that. Andal is holding our hand. We just have to mentally prepare ourselves. Andal is holding our hand, each one of our hand, and taking us in front of Krishna. Andal can easily go directly. With her bhakti, she can go directly and approach the Lord. But she's teaching us how to approach the Lord. Why can't we also go directly to the Lord? We already know, because we are not having that level of bhakti that what Andal has. But why Andal is not going directly? If she goes directly, then we also will think we can also go directly. So she's setting a model, being a role model, how one should approach the Lord. If we are perfect in bhakti, then we can go in front of the Lord. But we all, each one of us know our level of bhakti. Our level of bhakti is only for certain period, certain time, and driven by time, place, and circumstances. If the time, place, and circumstances cooperates and works as per my choice, then I can show my bhakti. If the time, place, circumstances does not cooperate, then I don't need to show my bhakti. So that's not the way it works for the great devotees. Irrespective of time, place, and circumstances, they're always in bhakti. And we are not so in that level of bhakti. Therefore, we cannot approach the Lord directly. We don't follow any of this, especially we don't follow most of the things what God has told, what Krishna has told in the Shastra. Shastra, in fact, we are going against the Shastra in many aspects, many times. Krishna has given Shastra, and we have to follow the Shastras, the rules and do's and don'ts and what, etc. Right? How many of us are really following the Shastra? We know that it's better we don't follow Shastra. What I'm trying to say is, even if we don't follow the Shastras, we should not go against the Shastra. But we are so expert, we don't follow the Shastra, and we do everything against what Shastra is telling us not to do. Therefore, what's the level of our bhakti? Is zero. So if in this condition, if we go in front of the Lord, is Krishna is going to be happy looking at our face? He's just going to be disgusted. He's just going to turn away from his face from us. I've given you certain instruction, and you're not following those instructions. So Krishna is going to get angry. So to be free from Krishna's anger, we need someone to pacify Krishna and accept us. That is this Acharya, that is Guru, that is the mediator, that is represented by the priest at the temple. And that again, you might be telling Prabhu, I'm coming to the temple, I don't see the priest being in any of this, what you're telling. Well, we have to educate the priest to understand what the biggest role that they have taken up, so they understand and do this as a service to the mankind and to the deities. So the mediator must be close. Here's the point: that mediator must be close and related to me and to Krishna. If he's only close to me, and the Lord is not going to listen to this mediator. If he's only close to the Lord, and I'm not going to listen to this mediator, because he's not related to me, he's not close to me. Therefore, as an Acharya, as a Guru, he should be very close and very much related to both Paramatma, that is Bhagavan, Krishna, and to the Jivatma, to all of us. How do we understand this one? It's very, when in Bhagavatam, a story of Indra, what he did, especially the time of lifting of Govardhana mountain, Govardhana Giridhari, Krishna, when after everything was done, Indra was very shamed. He was feeling so shamed that a big mistake that he has done. But he was not able to, he doesn't want to go in front of the Lord directly. So what did he do? He took the help of Kamadhenu, Surabhi, and keeping Surabhi in the front and then Indra in the back near the tail, he was uh, going behind the Surabhi. Now Surabhi glorified Krishna, and then with that, with the mercy of Surabhi, Indra was forgiven and accepted. So this is exactly the story is narrating about how we have to approach Krishna, who is our shelter. Not Krishna. We have to understand who is our real shelter. It is Krishna or who? If we are growing in Krishna consciousness, then we should know Krishna is not our real shelter. Krishna is not our real shelter. The real shelter of Krishna's devotees. Krishna's devotees are our real shelter. Just imagine if you are not able to cook, you are sick, one of your family member is not well, and another person doesn't know to cook. Is Krishna going to come directly and call and tell, and I know that you're not well, you're not able to do this one. Can I get you some prasadam? Can I get you some prasadam for next 4 or 5 days? Is Krishna going to tell us? Devotees are the one who's going. Krishna can tell us, by the way. It is not to put Krishna down in that sense, but we are not on the level of receiving Krishna mercy directly. It is we can only see Krishna mercy and his compassion, his tolerance through Krishna's devotees. Otherwise, we cannot experience how Krishna is compassionate, how he is tolerant, how he is so merciful. We cannot understand any of these things to Krishna. We can understand these things only through the association of the devotees. Therefore, greater than taking shelter of Krishna, taking the shelter of devotees is much more greater, much more safer also for that matter. One who realizes this have understood what Krishna consciousness means. If one does not understand this principle, that I need to take the shelter of devotees and still thinking I need to take shelter of Krishna, they're one level lower of Krishna's expectation. Not that they are bad. I'm not trying to say they are not devotees. According to Krishna's eyes, in Krishna's eyes, that person who's taking direct shelter of Krishna is one step lower to those people who have taken shelter of devotees. We always remember and pray to devotees, Guru, and then go in front of the deities, and Krishna will smile with big smile. You'll see a big smile on his face. But if you go directly to him, he will just smile, slight smile, just slight movement of his lips. But then when you go through the devotees, he just smile, not laugh out of joke or something. He laughs with happiness, great happiness. Under this principle, Andal first goes to Nanda Maharaj palace and wakes up the doorkeeper, and then get with permission, with their permission, they enter into the palace. Now, Acharya, before we get into the Pasuram, this is because if we spend some time on this one, then the coming Pasuram is going to be much faster and easier, right? So Acharya um, teaches us how to approach the Lord, how to attain the Lord, but we ourselves don't know how to even surrender to the Lord. We may tell, I am surrendered to Krishna. I'm surrendered to Krishna. Krishna will take care of me. It is very, very true statement. Yes, when you surrender to Krishna, Krishna is going to take care of you, care of us, right? But the only question is, when is he going to take care of me? Please think about it. I am surrendering to Krishna. Krishna, I am surrendered soul unto your lotus feet. You deliver me from this world. Now the question is, Krishna accepted you our surrender, but But when is he going to deliver us from this world? When is he going to deliver us from this world? That is totally depend on Krishna's free will, sankalpam. Krishna's free will, because Krishna is swatantriya. So we are not swatantriyas, we are paratantriyas. I hope you all remember these two terms. Let me quickly define what the terms are. Swatantriya means independent nature. Paratantriyam means dependent nature. Like how a child is dependent on parents. That is swatantriyam. How the parents are not dependent on the children for their survival, they are swatantriyas. I'm just giving a literal example, but everyone is dependent on Krishna. The parents is also, one sense, parents are also depending on children. If the children are not happy, parents parents' happiness goes away. Therefore, their happiness is dependent on how the children are coming up in their life. In that sense, parents is also dependent. Just for the sake of understanding this particular concept, just understand parents are independent, not dependent on the children. Whether the children are dependent on the parents, they are not independent. Likewise, likewise, Krishna is not dependent on anyone. He is swatantriyan. Swatantriya means he has the free will to do whatever he wants. Of course, again, just Because I'm talking to those people in this group who knows everything in our Krishna consciousness. Therefore, it makes it hard for me to give some examples like this. You all know, and you're going to challenge me with question asking, no, what you're what you're telling Lal Prabhu, or how you want to call me, Lal Gopal, you are telling wrong. You're telling Krishna is completely independent. That is false. Krishna is dependent. Bhakta Vatsala. He becomes a devotee of his devotee. He completely under the control of his devotee. We can learn from the Srimad Bhagavatam how he was controlled by Mother Yashoda, how he's been controlled by the love of the gopis, how is he, but keep that side, that one aside. Let's keep that particular thing aside and understand the philosophical point and what the message here is. Krishna, irrespective of however it is, he is independent. We cannot dictate him what he needs to do. We don't need to tell him what to do. He's not going to be listening to anyone for that matter. So he is swatantriya. He will do what he wants to do. Therefore, for when we surrender to the Lord accepts us, but the only question is, when is he going to deliver us? When is he going to give shelter at his lotus feet? When is he going to take us to his abode? When is he going to do that? The answer is, we never know. Because why we never know? Because he's Ishwara. Ishwara is a controller who's completely swatantriyan, means he's completely dependent. If he want, he will kill one elephant, he will save another elephant. If he want, he can save one monkey, he can kill a monkey. If he want, he can save a Rakshasa, he can save a Rakshasa. You heard this one, right? He's completely, sometimes he appears to be partial to someone, sometimes he doesn't seem to be partial, he seems to be very straightforward to some people. So how can we even understand that Krishna, how do we even know that when Krishna is going to deliver us? When is he going to deliver us? It is hard to trust and believe the Lord because he is totally independent. The only reason we cannot believe or trust the Lord is because Swatantriya nature is Swabhavam. His Swabhavam, his nature is Swatantriya. No one can question him, and no one can go and ask him why you're not doing this one, right? He makes a decision, he acts however he wants, he gives his blessings to Prahlad, and he shows his kopam to Hiranyakashipu, right? So he can do all this thing. That's what is making us create a doubt in our mind. If I surrender to the Lord directly, this is where the problem is. I am not going to, because I am not having any good qualities. I don't have any good qualities like other devotees. Rather, I have all the demonic qualities within me, but I have a desire of wanting to surrender to the Lord and get liberated from this world and go and serve the Lord eternally. But inside me, there's a demon sitting inside me, multiple demons sitting inside me, and they are all just torturing me like anything. Because of that, my speech, my thoughts, my action, everything is bad. So I sometimes, yes, of course, sometimes I'm good. Sometimes have a good nature. That time I speak nicely to devotees, go and do some service at the temple, do some nice activity. But most of the time, I'm a demon. I have a demonic nature. Therefore, due to my past vasana and past karma, I'm like this. What is going to what is what? So it's not possible when I surrender to the Lord that He is going to give us moksha immediately. Because of these reasons, He may take His own time. He may take His own time. You can maybe He can show His mercy to some other people, but maybe not to me. When He goes to Shabari's house, he ate whatever she gave. When we go to Guha's house, when Guha offered things, he did not eat. Shishupala got moksha. Please understand this point here. He should be equal to everyone. He should behave the same way. If he's a Lord, you should be able to predict what he's going to do. But when Guha offered him some fruits, he said, "No, I cannot eat." When he went to Shabari's house, he happily ate. Next point is Shishupal, who was a demon, he gave moksha to Shishupal, whereas Vashishta is still in the waiting list. He's still in waiting list. We never heard in anywhere that Vashishta has attained moksha. But we definitely hear Shishupala has attained moksha. Well, it would have been much easier for Vasishta to become like Shishupala and curse and blaspheme Krishna 100 times. He would have gone moksha. But look, Vasishta was not like that. He's still in waiting list. Where Shishupala was not like Vasishta. He was abusing Krishna. He was blaspheming Krishna, but he got moksha. It is so very difficult to understand Krishna. Who is going to favor? Who is not going to favor? We cannot understand Krishna's mind. We cannot read Krishna's mind. Why? Because of this quality that is as called Ishvara Swatantriyam. Please pay attention. This is important, basic, fundamental subject to connect to the rest of the pasurams that we are going to see. So, because of the Ishvara Swatantriya, because of his free will, independent free will, is very difficult to predict him. Therefore, I have a fear when I'll be taken care when I surrender to the Lord. Then I surrender to the Lord. So what to do? What can I do? Can someone else can help me? Who can help me? Where I have this problem and God has his problem. My problem is I am also have an independent nature. God is also have independent nature. I don't want to be controlled. Krishna also doesn't want to be controlled. I will do whatever I want. Krishna also will do whatever I want. Now I come to a point that I cannot be like that. I have to surrender to Krishna. But the problem is Krishna's Swatantriyam cannot be taken out. My Swatantriyam, I have been listening to Tiruppavai. This is the 16th day of Tiruppavai. Now I understood that I am Paratantriya. I am not a Swatantriya. I am not an independent person. My Swabhava, my Swarupa is to be dependent on Krishna. Now it is very clear after attending 15 days of Tiruppavai. But I understood that I am Paratantriya. I am not independent. I am dependent on Krishna. But what about Krishna? His Swatantriya is not going to go away. So what to do? Acharya is the only go-to person. Acharya is only to go to. Why? Because Krishna Acharya is like us. Is of same jati. What jati? And we are not talking about Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, and all the different jatis we speak about. Same jati means he is Jivatma. I am also Jivatma. Acharya is Jivatma. I am also Jivatma. Whereas I am Jivatma, whom I surrendered before, that Krishna is not Jivatma. Therefore, it's different jati altogether. If you are of same people, you mingle with them very easily. We gel with them very nicely and very easy to communicate to them, and very nicely we can get along with each other. If you are from one place to another place, you feel somewhat uncomfortable, right? If you have been with a particular group and you are moving to another place, another group, and it's all different people, then you feel little uncomfortable. You feel uncomfortable. If you know the devotees in St. Louis, you stay with them, you just call them anytime, you talk to them, you joke with them, you do whatever you want, you tell them, get me this one, cook this for me, and come and do the service. You have so much connection with that relationship, you don't feel somewhat different at all. But if you, because that you feel that this is my group, this is my congregation, this is my community, they are my jati, Krishna consciousness jati. I am devotee, that person is devotee. It's not that I am Vaishya and he is Brahmana and that is Shudra and this is Kshatriya. We don't, in among devotees, we do not differentiate people based on the birth. We all are same jati, that is Krishna's devotee. That is only our jati. That is our jati. We are dasanu, 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 das. That is our jati. If you are servant of Krishna, I am servant of Krishna, we are same jati. That's how it works. Now, is Krishna of our jati? It is not. He is not. He is Paramatma. He is Bhagavan. He is Ishvara. He belongs to Ishvara jati. And even in Ishvara jati, are there multiple Ishvaras? No, there's only one Ishvara. There's only one Paramatma. There's only one Bhagavan. There is no second to him. Whereas in my jati is Jivatma jati, Acharya falls into that particular jati. I am Jivatma, Acharya Jivatma, and therefore it's easy for me to connect with the Lord. The Lord must agree when Acharya says something. Acharya are being empowered representative of the Lord. For me to submit myself to Acharya is much more easier because I can connect with him, or with him, than connecting to Krishna. So therefore, Acharya are the important principle that we need to follow in our life. We have to submit to an Acharya, that is Guru. Guru. When we surrender to Guru, when Guru is pleased with us, and the Guru, when we become the favorite of our Guru, then we will become favorite of Krishna. I just have to share this one. My father was on his deathbed last year, um, and he was on the bed anytime he's going to leave. And at that point of time, I didn't know what to do. I was just praying to the Lord to give us mercy, not that to save him, but at least he attained a good destination. The doctors have taken their hands off. They said there's nothing we can do. At that time, His Holiness Romapada Swami Maharaj called, and he said, I'll talk to your father. Can he understand? I said, Maharaj, he can hear, but he cannot respond. So he said, no problem. Take the phone close to his ears. Then I put the speaker. I kept close to his ear. He said, he spoke for a few minutes. And one of the things he said is, your son is dear to me. Therefore, you are dear to me. That statement blew me off. I had tears in my eyes. I said, your son is dear to me. Therefore, you are dear to me. It's not that Maharaj has any relationship or direct contact, even seen my father, spoken to my father, nothing he has done. But he said, you are dear to me, sir. It's not because I know you, I know your son who's dear to me, therefore you're dear to me. That's called Acharya Abhimanam. This is exactly what the point is. Acharya Abhimanam Uttarakam. The only way for us to get uplifted from this world, Uttarakam means to get uplifted from the material world, to get rid of and escape from the material world, Acharya Abhimanam. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has spoken about Karma Yoga. Krishna has spoken about Jnana Yoga. Krishna has spoken about Bhakti Yoga. Krishna has spoken about Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Vraja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Suchaga, about surrendering, Sharanagati. All these things are said. There are always difficulties, all the path that Krishna has given. It is true. When we read Bhagavad Gita, if we think that it is ultimately answered all my questions, very good. But there is one secret which is hidden in Bhagavad Gita. That secret is the key of all that Krishna told there. I will follow Karma Yoga, perfect myself. Chitta Shuddhi happens. The purification happens by following my karma. Karma, I mean, as per the Varnashrama system. When that happens, then I'll be qualified to become a Jnana Yogi, and I perform Jnana Yoga. When Jnana Yoga matures a particular stage, then there is a path of whether I want to enjoy myself or I want to enjoy Krishna. Enjoy Krishna means Krishna service, right? So whether I want to enjoy it to myself or I want to enjoy Krishna, there's a two path there. So who wants to enjoy Krishna, then they take up the path of Bhakti Yoga and they perform Bhakti Yoga. And when they perform Bhakti Yoga, which takes several lifetimes to complete Bhakti Yoga and become strong, we become perfect at ourselves in Bhakti Yoga, because Bhakti Yoga is also not easy. There are several things that we have to follow. So when I become perfect through my own effort, performing Bhakti Yoga, then I will be delivered from this world and go back to Sri Vaikuntham. And Arjuna said, Krishna, this is all too much for me. These are too much for me. Can't there be any other means by which I can just come to you? Do I have to go through this process of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and then do the Bhakti Yoga completely undisturbed? Undisturbed thought on Bhakti Yoga is not that something that we are all thinking as thinking. It is those who are perform, and strictly speaking, those who are following Bhakti Yoga should not go to office, should not be employed. They should not be earning anything. They shouldn't be doing nothing. They should be only be in dhyana of Krishna 24/7 and performing service of whatever is needed at home, at ashram, or wherever they are. With the family, of course, they can do all these things, but they should not be engaged in any other external activities other than in dhyanam, and which takes them to samadhi stage completely. That is Bhakti Yoga. Just imagine how much are we doing in these things. It's not possible. Therefore Krishna says, just, you know what, I let you do all these things. Sarvadharman parityaja. Krishna, when Arjuna said Sarvadharman parityaja, Arjuna said, oh, Krishna, very good. So I have to give up all this karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. I just do nothing. No. Krishna said, please understand when I said Sarvadharman parityaja, you perform karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga, but don't think that these are the means to attain me. Understand it is mamekam sharanam braja. By surrendering at my lotus feet is what is going to save you. Nothing is going to save you. The means to attain me is my lotus feet. What you're going to attain through my lotus feet is my lotus feet. Hope it's not confusing. The means to attain me is my lotus feet. What are you going to attain after having the means of my lotus feet? Is my lotus feet in Vaikunta. You're not going to get anything else. It's the same service at my lotus feet that you're going to get over there. But you continue doing your bhakti yoga, continue doing your karma, continue doing your duties, but don't think those are the means to attain me. If you're thinking like that, then you are swatantriyan. Please understand, if we think my effort is what going to take me to Krishna, then we are having the independent nature. We are not depending on Krishna. If I am thinking I am going to chant, I am chanting this one, that one, I'm doing services, everything. Now I am gaining, I'm gaining all these credit points. When I have 830 credit points, then I can be allowed into Vaikunta. Yes, the answer is yes. We will be allowed into Vaikunta. But the point is, we attain the Lord through our own effort. That means we are thinking that I have ability, I have the skills, I am independent, I can save myself, I can come to the Lord. But the person who is surrendered will do all those things, will chant, will do services, will attend Tiruppavai, will serve the devotees, will do dana, dharma, everything he performs. But he has no intention that whatever I'm doing is what going to give me Krishna. That is not the idea of those who are surrendered. So Sharanagati. But the problem, as we saw, we'll surrender, but the problem is the Lord has to accept us. He is Swatantriyan, he will not accept us. The best way is to become Abhimana, to become the favorite of Acharya, the favorite of a Guru. Then the Lord will easily accept us. The Lord will easily accept us. What happens? We don't take shelter of an Acharya. Please understand this one. And we are going to get to the next slide, next part. What happens if we don't go through the Acharya, but you have all the good qualities and everything? You speak no lies, you do the service at the temple, you chant, you give donations, you do everything. Everything is there. But you're not initiated, you don't have a guru, you don't have an Acharya. It is like the acharyas are telling in their commentaries that it is like a married woman who does not have, in other words, a woman who has every ornaments. She has a beautiful studded earrings, nose rings, big necklace, and then bangles and anklets. She has all the expensive ornaments all over her body. But what is missing on her is Mangalya Sutram. Mangalya Sutram. You all know what Mangalya Sutram, right? At the marriage time, the boy ties a thread around the neck of the girl, makes it officially saying that they are married. And Mangalya Sutram, that's been tied. So the woman has all the ornaments, but she does not have a Mangalya Sutram. A person has everything like ornaments, but if he doesn't have mercy of Guru, it is like missing of Mangalya Sutram. Whereas a woman has Mangalya Sutram, she has the thread around her neck, but she does not have any other ornaments. Is that a lack of something? No. She is considered as a chaste woman. She is respected in the eyes of the world. But she has everything minus Mangalya Sutram, then that person is not being respected in the world. And that person will be bombarded and taken for right. Therefore, Acharya are the one who ties us, marries us to the Lord. He makes an arrangement to the Jivatma to become the wife of Paramatma. So that is why we need to have Acharya in our life. With that said, this particular Pasuram is approaching an Acharya. The gatekeepers are none other than gurus who are going to open the doors of Sri Vaikunta because they have the keys. Therefore, we cannot approach the Lord. We doesn't know who is inside, how he is going to react, what his mood is. We do nothing. Therefore, it's safer to approach the doorkeeper, and then with their blessings, we enter into the Sri Vaikuntam. With that said, let's move on to the Pasuram. Next slide. நாயகனாய் நின்ற நந்தகோபனுடைய கோயில் காப்பானே, கொடி தோன்றும் தோரண வாயில் காப்பானே, மணிக்கதவும் தாழ் திறவாய் ஆயர் சிறுமியரோமுக்கு அரை பறை மாயன் மணிவண்ணன் நென்னிலே வாய் நேர்ந்தான் தூயோமாய் வந்தோம் துழழப் பாடுவான் வாயால் முன்ன மாற்றாதே அம்மா நீ நேய நிலைக்கதவும் நீ கேளோர் எம்பாவாய். நீ நேய நிலைக்கதவும் நீ கேளோர் எம்பாவாய். Open the door, please open the door. I'm requesting, please open the door. This is a mood that Andal with our other friends are approaching right in front of Nanda Maharaj palace. And now we are going to see a word by word meaning. First one, Nayakanai. Nayakanai means a leader, a hero, a savior. There are different explanation. One is Nayakanai means a savior, a leader, right? Nindra. Nindra means standing. Nanda Gopan here is Nanda Gopal, Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj name is Nanda Gopan. Udaya, overlord, which belongs to Nanda Gopan Udaya. Ours are over the Lord, over the master of this mansion, Nanda Gopan Udaya. Koil means temple. You must have been familiar by this word also. By now, Koil means temple. One who guard the entire, Koil is temple. Also, in this case, she's calling the mansion of Nanda Gopal's house as a temple. The reason is because temple means God must be inside. And who is inside Nanda Maharaj house? Krishna is there. The Almighty is there. Therefore, Koil. She's not telling open your veedu, open your house, or open your maligai. Maligai means palace. She's saying Koil. Koil means open the temple. The body that we have is also a temple. Why? Because the Lord is within our heart. Wherever the Lord is present, that place is a temple. If your house has a deity, that is not a house, it is a temple. If you realize that the God is present within our heart, that means this is not just a body, it is a temple. The only question is, are we treating this as a temple? That left to each and every one of us. Are we treating our house as a temple? Are we treating our body as a temple? We will not treat the body as a temple if we don't understand God is present within us. If we will not treat the house as a temple, if we don't realize God is the center of the house and He is present here, we will not treat house as a temple, body as a temple. But Andal treated Nanda Maharaj palace as Koil because she knows Krishna is present inside. Wherever Krishna is present, that place is Koil. That place is temple. Kapane means God, to God. So Nanda Gopan, the Nanda Maharaj palace, Kapane means, oh God, Kotit, garland, thondrum, decorated. This is nicely decorated, Torana. This place is very nicely decorated with all the garlands and everything. Vayil means door in this sense. It's the main door. Because she's going to approach two gatekeepers. One is outside the palace, another one is inside the palace. Therefore, two gatekeepers are going to be woken up. One who takes care outside. For example, you enter the temple and you ring the bell, and someone will open the door. Right? That is the first person. Then you go inside the temple, and again you wait for the priest to come. That's the second person, right? So we have multiple people. Likewise here also, Nanda Gopan palace, outside one guard is there, and as he enters further into it, and she sees another guard. So this person is the main gate guard. Okay, Viyayilkapane, money means jewels, a beautiful kadavu means door. Mani kadavu means the door which beautiful bells hanging there or beautifully decorated, very nice door. Tal means latch or the lock. Like Tiruppavai means to please open the latch. That means, oh gatekeeper, the main gatekeeper, Viyayilkapane Madikkedavin Tiruppavai. Oh main gatekeeper, please open the door. Open the door for us. Unlock and open the door for us. Now, ஆயர் நாயகனா நின்ற நந்தகோபனை கோயில் காப்பனை கொடி தோன்றும் தோரண வாயில் காப்பானே மணிக்கதவும் தாழ்த்தோ ஆயர் சிறுமியரோமுக்கு ஆயர் மீன்ஸ் ஆயர்பாடி ஆயர் மீன்ஸ் the cowherds, the gopis of Gokulam. Ayarpadi means Gokulam. Yeah, Ayarpadi means Gokulam. Shirumiyeror Mukku. Shirumiyeror means the young girls. We are all the young girls of Gokulam. We are the young girls of Gokulam. Arai Parai. Arai means he will give. Parai means an instrument, a drum, an instrument. He is going to give us an instrument. Who is going to give an instrument? Why they are there? What they are telling? They are telling to the gatekeeper. They are telling the gatekeeper, please open the door. We are come here to receive the drums, the music instrument from him. Who's that him? Mayan Manivannan. Mayan. There are so Mayan means the mystic one, who performs amazing deeds and amazing arts, amazing activities. Again, we saw about Mayan previous Pasurams also. Manivannan is something, a new name that we are learning here. Manivannan means Manivannan blue the Manivannan gem or a stone which is of blue in color, blue sapphire like stone. So the Lord is called Manivannan because he is like a blue sapphire. His complexion, his appearance is like blue sapphire. The Mayan Manivannan Ninnile. Ninnile means yesterday. Ninnile means yesterday. Yesterday, why he spoke something. Yesterday, that Manivannan, that blue complex boy, has spoken to us something yesterday. Why? Nernan. And he has given us a word. He's spoken, given us a word. That blue color boy has given a blue color, a blue sapphire looking like boy has given us a word yesterday, something. Tuyomai. Therefore, we have come here with a pure heart. Tuyomai, with fresh and clean. We are externally fresh and internally also fresh. Externally clean and internally also clean. It is very important for us to be both, right? It is not when you're going to the temple, we have to take shower and come to the temple. Not that you are just use a restroom, not that you just had a heavy meal and then come straight with the same dress to the temple. If you have eaten something, wait for some time, cleanse yourself, take shower, wear a new cloth, and then come to the temple. It's not that you eat right from that, because it's not clean. If you're eating something, means your dress has got contaminated. Your things have fallen out of your dress, pant, or dhoti, or wherever it is. Therefore, you have to take shower before coming to the temple and wear the clean cloth and not the cloth. This is an important thing. What happens is that I have to say this one. This is out of my observation. This is definitely out of my observation, seeing us in the association of the devotees. But I'm telling this for the next level of improvement in our Krishna consciousness. The external cleanliness is very, 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 very important. Right? Even the devotees who are initiated devotees, even the devotees who are second initiated devotees, it is just so difficult and painful to see how they are not clean. Not clean. You just enter to their room, and the rooms are you come to their house. The house, everything was everywhere, and the cloth is lying on the sofa, and this is lying on that one. So it is not the right thing to. We have to understand, this is not my house. This is Krishna's house. I am just paying my bills to keep Krishna happy here. He is the boss. I'm going and working and earning everything to keep the temple of Krishna, that is my house, not my house, Krishna's house, nicely. Right? So if you have the consciousness, Krishna is present everywhere, then we have to be showing in our action. Yes, Krishna is present everywhere. Then your dhoti and your pant, your shirt should go into the closet of where it's supposed to go. Your shoes to go into the place of where it has to go. Your book should be in the place where it has to go. Now, everything is spread everywhere. That means we don't have a consciousness of Krishna's presence everywhere. Krishna is Sarva Vyapi. He is everywhere. But we don't agree to, we are showing by action. I don't believe Krishna is everywhere. Therefore, I throw and take care of my house this way, that way. And then the other thing is that you just lie, once you get out of the bed, how much everyone can follow this one, I just leave it to people to make a decision. I'm just saying this one, and whether you follow or not follow, I keep telling the same thing. It's individuals thing. Once you get out of the bed, that's it. You don't go back to the bed until the night time comes. If you, for some reason, you go to bed, you got to take shower and change to another dress, not the same dress. It is very important. We have to keep. Sometimes we say, Prabhu, I'm just following Krishna consciousness for 20 years. I'm chanting for 64 rounds, but still I'm seeing so many difficulties. I'm consciousness is not clear. Well, Krishna has given instruction how to cleanse your heart, how to keep yourself clean. These are the procedures we have to try to follow to keep ourselves clean externally first. Then internal cleanliness comes. If you're not even clean externally, where is the question of internal cleanliness going to come? Internal cleanliness is far out. It is not easy for us to clean internally unless we practice to keep ourselves externally clean. So start externally and then take it internally towards it. Thuyomai, therefore, we have come here fresh and clean. Vandom, we have come here. Why have you come here? We have come here to wake part one. We have come here to wake up part one by singing. We have come here to wake. What are you going to sing? Suprabhatam, to wake up. Tiruppalli, to wake up the Lord. We have come here. Why without any further discussion, without a discussion, munnam, first of all, as soon as we have come, first of all, you should not be asking all these questions negatively. You should have just simply opened the door and let us go inside. But you're making a stand here and asking and investigating all this question: why I'm here, why are you here, what you're at, show your ID, license card, and passport, and you're asking all the different questions. You should be stopping all this discussion and simply avoid questioning, and without any denial, without stopping us going further, you should simply let us go further into this door. Martha, Amma, oh leader. Amma means mother in many languages. Amma here is also means a lord. She's addressing the Koyilkapane, the doorkeeper. My dear leader, the head of everyone, my dear Lord, you please let us in. It doesn't mean that she doesn't know that doorkeepers are just doorkeepers. You don't tell them, sometime you go into a government office and there'll be a security outside. And to get through the security is so very difficult, and you tell you are the great, you're so close to the chief minister and the mayor. I heard about you so much, so you seem to be my favorite hero. You are the lord of all. You tell all those things. That person, oh, wow, thank you, please, you can go inside, you please go inside. Likewise, Pandal knows a technique of how to get inside. So say, Amman, you are the Lord, you are the Ni, you, Ni means Ni, Neya, Neya means Neya here means love, or a great love, affection. It's also giant. It's also called Neya, means also to show some affection or love is Neya. Nilek, to establish oneself in that affectionate mood. Sneham also means this one. Neya, Sneha, it's all one and the same, to show some affection. We'll see this as we go further into the lines of this Pasuram. Nilai Kadav, again doors. Neek means remove. In other words, open, to open. Neek means to open. Empavai, open the door. That is a word by word. Let's move on to uh, the meaning of this Pasuram. O God, O God of the mansion of Nanda, our leader, O keeper of the gate with its flag, unbolt the latch of the gem-set doors. Yesterday, the charming, mysterious Mayan, one of sapphire blue one, which is Manivannan, has the cow promised us, the cow maid, that he would give us the drums. Parai means drum. There's a special type of instrument. It's called a parai. It's like a round shape with a skin of buffalo or whatever it is. With a stick that we can play the drum. Parai. We have come pure in body and mind to awaken him with song. Pray, do not hinder us, O compassionate God. Open the giant twin gates and grant us access. Going back to the Pasuram, the second page. நாயகனாய் நின்ற நந்த கோபனுடைய கோயில் காப்பானே கொடி தோன்றும் தோரண வாயில் காப்பானே மணிக்கதவும் தாழ் திறவாய் ஆயர் சிறுமியரோமுக்கு அரை பறை மாயன் மணிவண்ணன் நென்னிலே வாய் நேர்ந்தான் தூயோமாய் வந்தோம் தூழிழப் பாடுவான் வாயால் முன்ன முன்ன மாற்றாதே அம்மா நீ நேய நிலைக்கதவும் நீ கேளோர் எம்பாவாய். நாயகனாய் நின்ற நந்த கோபனுடைய நாயகன். He is Nayakan. Who is Nayakan? Krishna is the Nayakan. Nayakan means a hero, a leader, someone who we have to look upon as a guide, who can take care of everything. Nayakan. He is Nayakan for everyone. He is a hero of everyone. He is a leader of everyone. Therefore, here it is not mentioned who is Nayakan. In this particular first line, it is not very clear who is that Nayakan. Is she talking about Krishna who's inside, or is she talking about Nayakan as a doorkeeper, or is she talking about Nanda Gopan as a Nanda Gopan means Nanda Maharaj as a Nayakan? It is not very clear over here who is she talking about as Nayaka, as a hero. The commentator has given that the thing is Krishna is first explanation about Nayakan is Krishna is Nayaka. Krishna is a hero. Generally, that's how we can understand this one. No one else can be the hero. No one else can be hero. When someone appreciates Krishna, he says it's all not me. When you read the Bhagavatam pages, when someone comes and tells Krishna, you are so nice, you are so sweet, you are so obedient, so are very submissive, and what Krishna is going to tell, well, stop, please, don't tell all this thing. It's all coming from my father. It's all coming my father, right? This is how we also have to think when someone is glorifying us, someone is telling us that, actually it is not me. I would have been a worst guy of the entire creation. I'm such a nasty fellow. But then whatever good thing that you're praising about me, it's all coming from my parents. My parents have brought up me in such a way that I can have these qualities that you're appreciating today. Therefore, having a grateful nature, having a gratitude of how we are today in our life, we have to have that gratitude to whoever involved in our life, especially our parents. So if we have some good qualities, that is coming from our parents and from our forefather and so forth. Therefore, Krishna here in this particular thing, Nanda Maharaj is Nayakan. I am not Nayakan, because whatever that you are thinking and talking about me is because of my father. My father have all good qualities. I am just having little bit of traces of those good qualities. That's all. And another meaning of Nayakan here is that Nanda Maharaj is Nayakan because he gave us, he is a hero. Nanda Maharaj is a hero. Why? Because that great hero gave us the greatest gift called Krishna. It is Nanda Maharaj who gave Krishna to us as the greatest gift. Therefore, Nanda Maharaj is called as Nayakan. Nanda Maharaj is Nayakan. Nayakan is the doorkeeper because he plays the role of an Acharya. The Acharya is a great hero because no one can ever do anything to get us out of this world to enter into the Vaikunta. The only hero who can do this one, the Nayakan, is Acharya, the doorkeeper. And therefore, the doorkeeper can be mentioned here as Nayakan, Krishna can be told as Nayakan, and Nanda Maharaj can be told as Nayakan. This is how the commentator has given explanation of Nayakanai Nindra Nanda Gopanudaya. You are standing as a hero in front of Nanda Gopal, or Nanda Gopal who's a hero, you're standing in front of that hero's house, or the hero who's sleeping inside, his house is Nanda Gopalan, and you're standing outside. There are different ways of how we can understand Nayagana and Nanda Gopanuடைய Koyilkapane. Koyilkapane. This is the first person Andal is coming to interaction with the first gatekeeper. This person is on the outside of the palace, near the entrance. There's always, if you go to any of these the entertainment parks, right? You first enter, there'll be a security. You have to show your ticket, and they scan it and they let you in. That they near very at the very first entrance they will be there, and you pass through that stage, and then you further you go inside and you want to enter into a particular show, and they have to be another, there'll be another person standing there. They tell, okay, do you have any extra, do you pay extra things to get into this one? If not, you have to have any extra, you have to have any extra points to enter into this particular a ferry wheel or whatever it may be. He's the second person we have to pass through. So this person, the first person, Koyilkapane. Koyilkapane means the person who's standing outside the building at the palace. And here she's addressing the person not by name. Please note this one. Andal is not calling, but hey Jaya, hey Vijaya, hey Kumara, or Subhadra. He's not calling the name of the person. She's identifying the person with the title, job title, the job title. He's not calling by the name. It's like the kids. When I was a child. There was one of our relative who always comes, elderly person, is like grandfather personality. He comes. He knows that when I was a child, he knows that I like a can a thing called 5 Star. It's Cadbury's company's 5 Star chocolate. So every time he comes, he brings the five star chocolate, and I look forward for that. I eat that 5 Star chocolate. I don't know the person name. Whenever my mom tells that, oh, that grandpa, 5 Star grandpa is coming, then I become excited. I don't even bother to ask what's his name. My mother knows I don't. She also tells this 5 Star grandfather is coming. I also call him 5 Star Tata. 5 Star Tata. Tata means grandfather in Tamil language. Tata means grandfather. 5 Star Tata. 5 Star Tata. And he becomes so excited, so happy. Rather than calling him with his name or with just Tata, whatever, he's been identified with what he performs. Likewise, here, what Andal is saying is not calling by name. She's telling that Koyilkapane with a job title. That is, a service has been assigned to him. Therefore, she's assigned. One must identify the devotees with their services. It is another very important thing. Then, if a person has taken up a role as a president, then we have to give that respect to the president. If someone has taken a role as a priest, we have to identify that person with that role rather than trying to take advantage of calling by their name and telling whatever it is, right? When you identify that person with the name, then you forget the position, then there is a familiarity comes into the picture. When the familiarity comes into the picture, then we start finding faults. I hope it makes sense. The sequence makes sense. When a person is holding a position, we identify and respect the position, that person with that position. He is so and so, the temple president of this temple. So we give all the respect to the person identifying as a temple president. If you minus that title and just call with that person name, what happens is next is that we are calling out by the name. Therefore, we are not that with the position. Then the respect goes little down. When the respect of that person goes down, it become familiar. We become familiar with that person, and we start finding fault with that person. Therefore, we have to understand how we have to respect every individual in what. That, that doesn't mean that one should message me and tell me, Prabhu, in this temple, I don't have any position, I don't have any titles, nothing. It is not necessary we have to have officially a title to come to perform a service. Really not. Someone was telling Prabhu, you have been a temple president, therefore people respect you. But the point is, the president, people should respect you irrespective of who you're holding the presidency or not having the presidency. That respect only comes not through the position, it comes through your quality of your relationship with the devotees. Please understand. The respect that comes through position is time based. Once the time is over, the respect goes away. But if you have a good relationship with people, the title and position doesn't even matter. That respect is going to be whether you with that person, you're not with that person, you call that person, you not talk to the person, but you build that foundational relationship with that person. That goes long way. That goes long way. So therefore, here she's addressing Koyilkapane with the service, but the service that that person is doing to glorify them in that way. The one who saves the entire creation, that person saves Krishna. The point of why she's calling that person's Koyilkapane is that Krishna is quite interesting here. Acharya's commentaries that this person, the Koyilkapane, the god of this place, is guarding that person who is inside, who's actually guarding the entire creation. What? Really? Yes. Krishna is the creator, Krishna is the maintainer, Krishna is the destroyer, right? We know this one. And Krishna is the savior, Rakshaka. He is a savior and he is a shelter for everyone. But what's happening here is of that person who is a savior of everyone is being saved and protected by Koyilkapane. What a great role that he has. Now he has taken a role, and this is exactly the mood of service that we are doing in the temple. Uh, Someone was asking me one few years back. Someone came to our house, and in our altar room, it was a winter time. Yeah, it was a winter time or summertime. I can't remember. But we have a tower fan. There's a tower fan, and it was on towards facing the deities. And this couple, this person who came was traveling and he passing through the St. Louis. He came, they came and had some prasadam, and they came to the altar room and they said, "Hey, the fan is on here in your room. You want me to turn it off?" I said, "No, no, 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 no. We kept it on. Why? No one is there inside." He said, "No, no one is there inside." I said, how can you more explain to someone who feels that there is no one inside the altar room, right? If you can't even understand God is present inside the altar room, that basic thing, how are you going to understand God is not only present in the altar room, he's present in your bedroom, he's present in your kitchen room, he's present in your basement, he's present in your roof, he's present in your attic, he's present in your car shed, in a garage, he's present everywhere. It's so very difficult to understand God is present everywhere if you can't even understand God is present in the temple room. So what are you going to say? Then I simply said, "Well, it is winter, right? It is cold, right? So I just we kept it on." Well, then he told this thing that God is God, man. He's God. He can save himself. He can. Why are you have to do this thing? He can do anything he want. That means he knows that God is great, right? That is a fundamental thing. He knows that God is great. That he can do anything. He can save himself. There's no one greater than him. He knows everything. But when the bhakti increases, when we mature in the bhakti, then it is not that God is going to take care of himself. I need to take care of God. This is bhakti. God is not existing to take care of me. It is me who has to take care of God. Pallandu pallandu palla kodi நூறாயிரம் மல்லாண்டு தின்தோல் மணி ஒன்னா உன் சேவடி செய்வ திருக்காப்பு. Periyalvar is the father of Andal, sings and glorifies and tells that may you be long lived. You don't tell these things to God, right? We have to get blessings of God, right? But Periyalvar is called Periyalvar. Periyalvar, big Alvar. He's the greatest Alvar. Why? Because he said, may you live longer. May your shoulder be protected. May you be protected. May your devotees be protected. May you live with the devotees long life. He's blessing God to have a long life. That means one should not think that, oh, what a fool he is. He doesn't know that God is protecting everyone. No, he's gone to that level that he feels it's his responsibility to protect the Lord. For every one of us who are serving the temple, we should have the same mood that it is not God is going to clean the temple. God will distribute books. God is going to take care of everything that is needed. No, we do our thing to God. We have to do our services to God. God is under our protection. Just if we know this one, then our service will excel. It will become perfect. I am here to save God. I am here to protect and save God. What am I supposed to do? Well, the temple has to be clean. Temple has to be having everything at the right time to do. I have to feed Krishna at the right time. I should not delay cooking. I should not go late to kitchen to cook, so that Krishna delayed his breakfast, his lunch and dinner by 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I should not delay his harati. None of this thing everything will change altogether. If we know I am here to take care of Krishna, then the whole consciousness changes. The whole consciousness changes. Therefore, Koyilkapane, Koyilkapane. But this person understood himself that this when this girl said the Koyilkapane, she Nayakanai, when the girls glorified like this, that that person was inside got little happy that she's glory. He thought that she is glorifying him, but she's also glorifying him in one sense. So everyone in the planet are captivated by being glorified. We may not externally explicitly show that, express it, but if someone tells Prabhu, Mataji, you are wonderful, you cook so nicely, you sing, your voice is so nice, your leadership is so great, no one can perform what you have done, you're such a great leader, you're such a great speaker, you're gutted. So when people talk like this, it's just people get some sort of happiness within the heart. So likewise, Nayakanayan into Nandagopanuடைய Koil Kapane, when the gopis were talking like this, and that person was standing outside Koil Kapane became very, very happy. He became very, very happy. He said, okay, okay, no problem. I understand. Now you all can go inside. Go inside. They said you can all go inside. Now what happens is as they go inside, Kodi Thondrum Torana Vail Kapane. They coming to a second stop. Second stop. First stop is Koyilkapane. Somehow they passed through the first obstacle, and then it came to the second one. It's like almost like Hanuman crossing Lanka, right? When Hanuman crossed Lanka, he came across three obstacles before he could reach, but he was successful in his attempt. Somehow he passed through that one. Likewise, here also, Andal was coming to Krishna. He came to the first one, Koil Kapane, Koditondrum Thoranavail Kapane, and there's a beautiful flag in front of Krishna's palace, right? Now she entered, and the top of it there is a flag, nice flag. Kodi means flag. Flag is there, and the question is why Krishna's house is having a flag. It is said when Krishna is available, the flag will be on the height on the top. When Krishna is not available, the flag will be put down. Right? When Krishna is available, flag goes up. When Krishna has gone out somewhere busy, the flag will be down. In those days, it is said in those days, many, many years back, those days, there'll be a flag set on every doctor's house. Doctor's house will have a flag on the top of the terrace. Why? Because people would need some emergency, need some treatment. They don't need to go and look for and ask for addresses. From a distance, they can see the flag and they know the doctor is available and they go and take treatment. And if they feel the flag is down in that house, that means they know they cannot go to that doctor. They need to find another flag which is on the top and they can go to that house to take a treatment. Narayana, Narayana Vaidyo Harihi. Narayana Vaidyo Harihi. Of all the physicians, all the doctor, the greatest doctor who can remove the biggest disease that every one of us have, the disease of skin, right? This is called skin disease. Dermatologist, we have a skin disease, we have to go to dermatologist, and they give some cream and things and apply that, and anyway. So the biggest disease that everyone who's born into this world has is this skin disease, and the skin disease. Because of the skin disease, we are continuing to exist in this world. What is the skin disease? Thinking myself to be this body. I am this body. Look at my complexion. Oh, I'm like a mango color. I'm like a orange color. I am like a monsoon color. I am so beautiful. And it's the same old dialogue. I'm not going to repeat again. You have heard this 100 times by now. Thinking about the body. That's a skin disease. So we have to go to the doctor who can remove this skin disease for us. Narayana Vaidyo Arihi. So the big doctor, the principal doctor, the doctor of all doctors is Narayana. Therefore, his house has that flag representing you come to me. When you come to me, you can see that in Puri Jagannath, there's a flag on the top. It's so on the height that everyone can see from everywhere, right? It's so beautiful. And then that tells that Krishna Jagannath is telling, I am here. If you have a disease, come to me. Well, if you even have a material disease, Krishna is going to take care. But the biggest disease is the skin disease. You come to me. I will give you a medicine by which you can get rid of this disease and then you can be free of any more disease in your life. You will not have any more disease. And that is what has been told. But this doorkeeper, the second guy, and this second guy, I'm telling you, forgive me, but the second doorkeeper was little tough one to deal with than the first one. The first one let this guy go. Let Andal go. But the second doorkeeper was a tough man. Even the first one let go, the second one is not going to let go. Right? The second one was Viyayilkapane. Again, the first doorkeeper name is Koyilkapane. The second doorkeeper name is Viyayilkapane. Viyayilkapane means inside the main, inside the palace, there's a doorkeeper, right? So inside Viyayilkapane. So this person was a tough man. And Andal is telling, Manikadavum Tal Tiravai. Manikadavum Tal Tiravai. Please open the door, this beautiful, nice door. And the doorkeeper, this Viyayilkapane, is telling, sorry, I can't do that. Well, the other person on the main door, he was so kind, so nice, and he's like a hero for us. He spoke very nicely, sweetly. Why don't you also do this one? Right? If you go to someone, uh, you want to get something from them, you have to tell we have to tell to that person whom that person knows already. Tell that, Prabhu, I went to that person's house. He was so nice, so good, and he just immediately gave me a glass of badam milk, and then he gave me a plate of nice prasadam, and he took care of me nicely. You're telling all this thing to this person. Why? I'm still at your house. It's 5 minutes, 10 minutes past. You're not even given a water to me, right? Or you are telling that you just gave a water to me. That person, your friend, he gave me a chappan bhog. He gave me so many items, but you can't even give a one small salad to me. That's how it's been told here. So Andal is telling that person is so sweet, so nice, so kind. He just open the door and let us in. And this person, Viyayilkapane, is telling, he opened thinking, I am here. He knows that I am here. Therefore, he let you in. That means what? He knows I am not going to let you in so easily. Therefore, he let you in. He knows that I am going to thoroughly investigate and scan you before I let you go inside. That is a faith that he had in me. Therefore, I cannot let you inside. Anda listening, please, I have to go inside. It's urgent. Krishna is inside. Please let me go. And the man is telling, if it was Rama, I would have let you go inside, my dears. The doorkeeper Viyayilkapane is telling, if it was Rama sleeping inside, I would have let you go inside without any questions. But who's sleeping inside, as you said, Krishna is sleeping inside. Therefore, I cannot let you go inside. Andal, all the 500 gopis were there surprised. I said, what? Yes, it is Krishna. The whole purpose we are doing all this thing to come to Krishna and see Krishna and wake up Krishna and take Krishna with us. That is correct. We are not looking for Ramachandra. We are looking for Krishna. And why you're talking about Ramachandra? Well, the Viyayilkapane is telling, well, you should know that it is not Treta Yuga, it is Dwapara Yuga. Now we all have to understand this whole Tiruppavai took place during Kali Yuga. But in Kali Yuga, Andal was daughter of Periyalvar. She is thinking herself to be one of the person in Dwapara Yuga along the gopis, and she's trying to follow what has been followed by them in Vrindavan. So please understand and remember that as we are going further, we should not forget where we started from, right? Otherwise, we'll get lost. So here, this is the same thing. So the gatekeeper is telling to Andal that, well, now you are in Dwapara Yuga, not in Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga, Ram was there. In Dwapara Yuga, Krishna is here. Therefore, you cannot go inside. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you connecting with Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga? Why are you connecting with Rama and Krishna? What is the difference if Rama is there or Krishna is there? We have come here to take Krishna. So what is the problem? Well, in Dwapara Yuga, there were less enemies for Rama. You can just name it. You can list enemies for Ramachandra. But in Treta Yuga, in Dwapara Yuga, in Krishna was there, for Krishna, everywhere there's enemies only. Krishna is completely surrounded by enemies, and they're chairs with hawk eyes. They're waiting to attack Krishna and kill Krishna. Therefore, you cannot enter inside. And Rama had three brothers supporting him: Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna. There were three brothers always waiting to protect and protect Ramachandra. Whereas here Krishna has only one brother, Baladev, and you cannot protect his brother Baladev. Then it's really there's a real need of his support. He will disappear. He will tell, I'll go to Yatra, and he'll just go away. And that is how his brother is. Rama lived in Ayodhya, which is well protected, and Krishna is living in Gokulam, which is, even though there is a lot of security, there are always danger because of Kamsa. There's always evil force which is coming. In Ayodhya, everyone's love Ramachandra. In Vrindavan, in Gokula, even trees, even a fruit, even a calf, even a, even a woman, they all turns into a demon. We cannot protect. Therefore, I am not going to let you all inside. If it was Rama, I would have let you inside. If this is Krishna, therefore I am not going to let you inside. Then, Ayar Sirimiyoro Mukku. Hearing this one, the girls are telling, Ayar Sirimiyoro Mukku. Well, we are girls. We are girls. You don't you know the girls are women. The girls are soft natured, soft hearted, and they are not harsh. How do you think that we are going to harm Krishna? And the doorkeeper, Viyayilkapane, smiled, laughed, and tell her, looks like you don't know much about it. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you're not harmful. Surpanaka was a woman, Tataka was a woman, Putana was a woman, all of your category. But what did they do? They were harming. Therefore, I'm not going to let you inside. Aunt as well, she, when he said, you should understand that we are not like Putana. We are not from somewhere else. We are from the same place, Gokula. We are from Gokulam. We are from Gokulam. We are not here to do any harm thing to us. Well, Putana also claimed herself to be a girl of Vrindavan, Gokulam, but she was here to poison Krishna. So even though you say you are from Gokul, Putana also did the same thing. She appeared herself to be a resident of Gokul. Therefore, I'm not going to trust you. And the Andal is telling that, but look at our face. Look at our size. Look at us. We are not like size of Putana, who came as a young girl, young lady. We are a little girls, little cute little girls. Ayar Sirimi Yoro. We are we are the residents of our party, that is, we are residents of Gokula, and we are not a old lady. We are young little girls, small little girls, not like Putana, Tataka, and Surpanaka, all these names here. Please don't compare us with Putana and Tataka and other demons. We are young ones. And the doorkeeper said that, well, just because you are young, I'm not going to trust. There was one demon by name called Pralambasura. He became one of the friends of Krishna, like a same size guy, like a classmate. He also took a form of like a young boy, and he joined the party. He played with Krishna, and he was trying to kill Krishna. Therefore, even if you're small, I'm not going to trust you. I'm here not to let anyone inside, by the way, without having a proper pass. Do you have anything to tell that you are allowed to go inside and meet Krishna? Do you have anything that I can take into consideration? Then I can let you inside. And then Andal said, Arai Parai Mayan Manivannan Nennile Vai Neyannan. Andal smilingly, finally there is something that he's asking that I have. Andal said, yes, yes, it is Krishna who told us last night when we all gathered together and making a plan what to do. And at that time, Krishna told that you please come to my house and I'll give you the instruments to play and we all can go together. Arai parai. Arai parai. I'm going to give you just come to my place and then I'm going to give you the drums and then I'll join you and we can gather everything and we can go to Yamuna. Arai parai. He said he's going to give this instrument. Who said he's going to give the instrument? He is Mayan. Mayan who can come down. What Mayan means, we have seen several meanings for Mayan. Over here, the meaning of the Mayan is that one who has come down from his position to mingle with us. He is Mayan who can create the entire universes out of his sankalpa. That great person has come down and being with us and mingling with us. That is the greatest. That is why it's called as Mayan. who can do? If you're a great person, they don't want to come to all the parties, all the programs, and make themselves equal to other one. They will not do that one. They will be in an unreachable position or place. They cannot be reached them, right? That Mayan, Manivannan, though he is simple, though he is simple, he can be Manivannan means the stone, the blue sapphire stone, right? Someone is such a simple person, is a great person who has appeared in front of us as a simple person, and he's so simple that we can even carry and put him into our pockets, into our handbag. That means what? Saulabhyam. Saulabhyam means simplicity and saushiliam, accessibility. He's so simple and so accessible that he's like a Manivannan, he's like a blue sapphire. We can even carry in our pocket. You can put in our handbag and take him and walk him away, walk with him away. If you want to search Krishna, if you want to search Rama, you have to search Rama among the sages and saints. But if you want to search for Krishna, if Krishna is not found, you are going to search for Krishna. Where we have to go is he will be under the cover of gopis saris. That is where he will hide. Rama will go to the place of sages. Krishna is missing, then he's going to go with the gopis. Though he is great, he's exhibiting saulabhyam, his simplicity and accessibility of saushiliam, that he can easily capture his heart. We can easily capture him in our heart. We can lock him down. He is Manivannan, Arai Parai, Mayan, Manivannan. If you so the Manivannan, so that Manivannan who came last night to us and he was folded hand, he was begging to spend time with us. Manivannan, he folded his hand and begged to us to spend time with us, each one of us. He asked us, today it is a pathetic situation for all 500,000 of us that we have to come in front of you with folded hand, beg you to open the door. When the Lord of the Lord is begging to us, here we have to beg you to open the door. So that in the Tamil there is a very famous saying that even if the Lord allows you to give his darshan, the pujari, the priest, will not let you go inside. There's a statement like that. Anyway, so the doorkeeper says, it seems you are now the doorkeepers understood that, okay, I understand that Krishna has spoken to you and asked you to come. Arai pare mayan manivannane nennile vai nernan. Now the gatekeeper is telling that, what are you going to do when you go inside? Okay, I'm going to, I can let you in. You seem to be a nice people, genuine people. But what are you going to go and do when you go inside? Tuyomai, Vandom, Tuil Era, Paduvan. And Andal is saying, we are here to sing Suprabhatam, Tiruppalli Erichi, to wake up the Lord. We have come here to wake up the Lord. We have come here to wake up the Lord. And how did you come? What intention? Pure intention. Tuyomai, with a pure intention, unalloyed, where there's no any contamination in our thoughts. We have come purely for only one person, for only one reason. What is the reason? To wake up Krishna. Likewise, when we go to a temple, when we associate with the temple, when we associate with the devotees, what is our intention? We have to ask this question. Why I'm associating with devotees? Why I'm coming and serving at the temple? Why I'm doing the services? Why? We have to question ourselves internally. Every one of us, as practicing devotees, we have to, why am I doing this one? Why am I doing this one? If you dig and try to go to the root of it, I am doing this one somehow or other. I can be saved by Krishna. My family is taken care, and nothing bad news comes to me. Everything in my life goes very smoothly. Then there is a problem there. It is not tu yo my vandom. We have not gone to the temple with a pure intention. There's a contamination in our intention. We have some agenda why we are doing services. We have some agenda why we are giving classes. We have agenda why we are giving donation. It's an agenda. When we are having an agenda, personal agenda, I mean, when we have a personal agenda, then we are not tuyomai vandom. We are not going to temple with a pure intention. We are going with some other intention. So here we will not sing, and also Andal is telling, when you're going, the doorkeeper is asking, when you go inside, you're going to wake him up. They're telling, no. Yes, we have come in to wake him up, but the way that we are going to do is that we will go there and wait until Krishna turns around and ready to get up. At that point, when we realize that he's going to get up, at that point of time, we are going to sing a song to wake him up. We are not going to go and wake him up right away. We'll wait, and wait until he's ready and going to get. At that point of time, we will start singing Suprabhatam. So this is another thing. We have to have a wait moment. In our life, in our practice of Krishna consciousness, there should be patience. We need to have lot of patience. If you know, it's not that we started chanting, we got initiated, we studied so many scriptures, and immediately we expect to be a great Mahan. It is not possible. And of course, we don't want to be Mahan also. We want to be a servant of servant of servant. It's not that we are going to become immediately something, right? So there should be we have to have patience until God responds to us. We continue doing without any expectation. Important. God will respond to us, but we have to continue patiently our services. Likewise, when Andal told to the Viyayilkapane, saying that we will go inside and eagerly wait for that moment where the Lord turns around and ready to get up at that time. Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narasa Kartavyam Devamanikam Uttishta Govinda Uttishta Gardatvaja Uttishta Kamala Kanta Trilokyam Mangalam Kuru. At that time we will start waking up Krishna. Pad one. Only purpose for us to come here is to just do that service. We don't have any other intention. Please trust us. These girls are telling, please trust us. We don't have any other agenda. It's simply to please Krishna when he gets a tuyo mai vandu without any intention. Okay, the band is telling from the doorkeeper is telling, I am fine. I'm going to let you inside now, but have to wait for some time. I'm going to let you inside, but I'm going to put you into a wait list. How much challenges that Andal have to go through to get to Krishna, right? We also have so many challenges in our life. We all want to get to Krishna, but we have so many challenges, and the challenges could be on the positive thing. It could also be on the negative challenges. Negative challenges is quite very obvious to understand. What are the negative challenges? Health problem, financial problem, a job problem. I take a car and go, and the car burst out, flat tire, and all those things are all obstacles in our life. And I want to do something, whereas my mind is pulling me in a different direction. I want to come and listen to Tiruppavai, 5 o'clock. I want to get up, but then my mind is telling, "Hey, it's okay. It's been you heard for 15 days. It's okay. One day you skip. There's always recording is there. You can catch up with the recording. What is the necessity? You have to go get up at 5 o'clock and hear this one. Just catch up later also." Mind is giving all these reasons and ways to get rid of doing our dharma, whatever we're supposed to do. But that's one type of obstacle, right? These are all negative obstacles, right? The positive obstacle is that someone is telling that you are praising us, telling us, giving all the secondary benefits of Krishna consciousness, name, fame, prestige, all those things comes to us, right? We appreciate. Now people are recognizing me, how great I am. People are valuing me now, and they started respecting me. Wow, it took 25 years, 20 years, 30 years for me people to respect me and give honor to me. I with this position and with that position, with this title and without title, now I've been. These are all the another obstacles comes in our life. Krishna knows us. He gives obstacle in both ways to make us perfect. So obstacle can be negative, obstacle can be positive. Like how Hanuman was passing through, he had the positive obstacle. He also had a negative obstacles also. Likewise, as we are practicing Krishna consciousness, there are many things may come in favor of us. But if we get attached to that thing, then we cannot get Krishna. We'll stuck there. If we are getting attached to the certain things of in Krishna, the benefits of Krishna secondary benefits of Krishna consciousness, then we won't get Krishna. We'll be happily in that secondary enjoyment, and we can be stuck there. Like that, over here, the gopis have passed to the first stage of gatekeeper, Koyilkapane. When they came here, the Viyayilkapane, the second person is giving a challenge. The time he's telling, well, I agree, you're pure, you come with a good intention, you want to wake up Krishna, everything is fine. I'm going to let you inside, no problem, but I'm going to put you in a waiting list. I'm going to put you in a waiting list. What? We spoke all this thing to put into a waiting list. And he's telling, why you want to put us in a waiting list? And the doorkeeper is telling, well, let it get morning. When it's morning, I'll let you. Oh my God! Again, I have to go to the sixth Pasuram. Pullin Kindane Polla Arakanai Killi Kilendane Kirtime Padi Poi. So we have to again go back to the previous Pasuram. Again, I have to tell it is morning. The eastern rays are coming here. The flower lilies are closing, and the rose flowers are blossoming. And you don't hear the conch shell has been blowing by in the temple. Do I have to go through all this thing again? Looks like I have to repeat again everything. Vayal munna munna matrade amma. And the girl started, please do not again bring up, don't. This class is going on for a long hours. Again, don't ask me to go to the sixth classroom. I cannot take this long hours of class. Please move forward fast. It's already 7:06, and I know you've been extending your class so much. Please come to a conclusion. Stop, Prabhu, 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 stop. We have other things, other services also. This is not the only service we have been doing in our life. There are other service which has been needing attention. So the girls are also telling, please, 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 don't put us in a waiting list. So please let us go in. And the doorkeeper is saying, I can't, you cannot enter. If you want, you can just enter yourself. Why don't you enter yourself? And this person is telling that, no, we cannot enter ourselves. And the other says, this is not someone else's house. Please understand. The doorkeeper is telling, you cannot enter someone's house whenever you want, however you want, right? If I, even though I have a good relationship with devotees, that does not mean I can just walk into someone's devotee's house and walk into their living room and bedroom and all this room. We cannot do this one, right? So we cannot enter in someone else just like that. Therefore, I'm going to put you in waiting list. Just wait for the right time to come. Andal is telling that, come on, this is not someone's house. This is our house. Andal is responding back to the doorkeeper, telling, you are telling it's someone's house? No, it is not someone's house, my friend. It is our house. It is our house. It is literally is our house. Why are you talking like this? You know, if you're traveling and you're traveling from one place to another place, and your flight got delayed, or your somehow or the other your thing got delayed. You told that to the host, your friend, that you're going to be arriving at 6 p.m. and you'll be there. But then what happened is the flight got cancelled due to the weather reason and whatever reason, and the second you had to put into another flight. That flight took to another destination. From there, you took another flight. By the time you reached the actual destination, it is 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. 11 p.m. And you know very well that your friend goes to bed by 9 o'clock, and the family goes to bed by 9 o'clock. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We'll see that book a room close by the airport or close to the person's house, a motel or a hotel or whatever. You stay overnight. Next day morning, you go to the house. That's what you usually do. But when you're returning from that place, going back to your house, same thing happens. The flight got delayed. You put into a different flight. Finally, you reached at 1 a.m., midnight, 1 a.m. Are we going? Are we going to book a lodge and a room for the morning to come and to go to our house? No one will do that one. It's your house. You can go any time you want. No one is going to ask a question why you are coming at this time. Your wife or husband or children, dad, you came at the wrong time. Please go outside. No, next time, book a room and come next day morning. Wife is not going to tell. Husband is not going to tell. We can enter our house anytime. Therefore, my dear doorkeeper, you are thinking it's someone's house. I am telling it's our house. It's our house. Yeah, it's Krishna is ours. When Krishna is ours, everything that belongs to Krishna is also ours. This house is also ours. Therefore, stop talking all these negative things and keep on pushing us off. You please let us in. And then the man, that doorkeeper, was thinking for a moment. As he was thinking, should I let them in? Should I let them in? And Andal said, looks like you're not attending Bhagavatam class that's happening every day in St. Louis from 6:30 to 7:30. Devotees are gathering together and they read Bhagavatam. Looks like, or doorkeeper, or Viyayilkapane, you are missing out that thing. Please join the WhatsApp group and the link will be shared right before the 6:30 Central Time. You all can join that group and listen Bhagavatam read by all different devotees. It is so nice. You should join that class. Looks like you didn't. Why are you telling like this? Why I have to read Bhagavatam? Well, if you had read Bhagavatam, then you know what happened to the couple of doorkeepers. The couple of doorkeepers did the same thing like what you did. They did not let in some boys, and you're not letting some girls. All we are all girls, and on the other side they were all boys. Those two doorkeeper did not let four boys, and you doorkeeper are not letting these young miracle these young girls. Then you know what's going to happen? And the doorkeeper are, what will happen? Well, because those doorkeeper did not let, they got cursed, and they had to take birth 3 times as demons. Really? Yeah, really. It's really because they did not let that four boys, they got into the big problem. Now it's your choice. You just think about it. You whether you want to let us go inside. If you don't let us go inside, the Lord who is inside is going to come outside, and he realizes, he knows that you did not let us inside. You will be punished, my friend. You will be punished, and the punishment is going to be very severe, and you may be have to be born as demons. You may be become born as a demon. When the doorkeeper heard this one, he really shivered. He became so frightened. Oh, he said, please, you just open the door and go inside. No more, any more questions. You can, no more waiting list. I just put you in the forward. You just open the door or you go inside. Andal now says, nope, we are not going inside. What? All this while you've been arguing and talking, so all this while saying that you want to go inside. When I'm telling open the door and go inside, now you're telling you don't want to go inside. Yeah, we cannot go inside. What do you mean you will not go inside? I'm letting you go inside. You just go. Ni neye nilakadavum, ni kelor empavai. The last line of the Pasuram. Ni neye nilakadavum, ni kelor empavai. Andal says, I don't want to open the door. I will not open the door. I cannot open the door. You have to open the door. We will not open the door. You have to open the door. This door is Neya Nilakadavu. And the doorkeeper, why you cannot open the door? Because that is your service. Your service is open the door and let us inside. Why are you delegating your service or pushing off your service to me? That is not my service. I have my service. You have your service. You do your service. I do my service. Your service is to open the door. Okay, the another thing is we are afraid to open the door. Second reason is we are afraid to open the door. Neya nilai kadavu. This door, neya nilai kadavu. This door is such a door. Neya nilai kadavu is full of sneham, is full of affection and love towards Krishna. That just imagine what the mood they are in. They're not talking about the human being or any other living entities. They're talking about the door here. Kadavu means door. They tell this door is filled and made of love for Krishna. They are considering the door to be a living entity. They are not seeing the door to be a non-sentient entity as a sentient entity. In Vaikuntha, everything is sentient. Everyone can take whatever the form they want and they can serve the Lord. For example, if you want to become a flower in the hands of the Lord, we can change the form into a flower and serve the Lord. If you want to become a garland, we can become a garland. If you want to become a seat for the Lord to sit, we can become a seat. If you want to become a stick in the hands of the Lord, we can become a stick. If you want to become a cow and serve the Lord, we can become a cow and serve the Lord. So we can become as we want for the pleasure of the Lord. So this door, she treats it as a sentient being. This door is full of love for Krishna. It's full of love for Krishna. So we are afraid to go near to the door. Why? Because out of love for Krishna, that door may think we are enemies coming to harm Krishna. It may just slap on our face and throw us away. Therefore, we are very, very afraid. Really? Door can also be act like this? Yeah, really, yes. Kulashekara Alvar, he prays in his pasuram, Padiyai Kidandu un Pavalavai Kanbene. He says, the Kulashekara Alvar in his pasuram, he says, let me become as a stepping stone in front of your temple. He is not asking that let me become a dust at your lotus feet. He's not telling that let me become a close associate of your associate. Let me become, a enjoyable object of you. He's just saying, Padiyai Kidandu. Padiyai Kidandu means, Lord, I want to be a stepping stone on your temple. That means what? Stepping stone, what stepping stone is for? All the devotees will put their feet on the stone and go to the temple. That is a service that I want. I want to become a stepping stone where devotees can step on my head, and they go into when I get this service, I am pleased. That is all I need in my life. In that mood, Andal is telling this door cannot be an ordinary door. Out of love for Krishna, it can just think and do anything for us. Therefore, we are not going to open. It is your duty. You have to open. You are the keys, and therefore you better open. If I open myself, Krishna is going to ask me a question. How did you come inside? I'm going to tell, well, I opened and came inside. Krishna is going to be not happy. He is going to be upset. Someone have to open the door for us, and those are the people who are opening the door for us to the kingdom of God, are the devotees, are the acharyas, gurus. When we have guru in our life, they are the ones supposed to open the door and give the kingdom to us, the wealth of Krishna. When we say to Krishna, I am disciple of so and so, Krishna becomes very, very happy. Krishna becomes very happy. I am Sishya, our disciple of so and so. Krishna becomes very happy. And when we say, Krishna, I am your disciple, Krishna says, oh, okay, fine, just go out, stay there. When we say, Krishna, I am disciple of disciple of disciple of disciple of so and so, Krishna says, come inside. Come inside. And the acharyas are giving very important analogy or examples. We are almost coming to an end. This is the last few points. Well, a blind man, we know that the example of this blind man. Can a blind man cross over the road? Answer is no. They cannot cross over the road. They need someone who has a vision to cross us over the road. The blind man. Jnana. Therefore, we need that bhaktas, that devotees who have the vision, who has the jnana about Krishna consciousness to hold our hand, who we are blind to cross us over this road. Therefore, devotees association, guru's connection to a guru who has this jnana to cross us. We are all blind people to cross us over. We need guru's mercy. Number two, a layman who is handicapped, who cannot cross over the river. How can he cross over the river? A layman cannot cross over the river. He's handicapped, right? But what he needs, a expert boatman, an expert boatman. With the expert boatman's help, he can cross over the river. The expert boatman is Acharya, is a guru, and the ocean is a samsara. With the help of this expert boatman, when we take shelter of this expert boatman, he can help. He can easily help us to cross over this ocean of samsara. Ocean of samsara. The third point is say for an example, a servant of a king. This is very nice. This example is very nice. The servant of a king, when the king is pleased with the servant, the king rewards the servant with some gold coins and something or the something, right? The king rewards the servant, sevaka, with some gold coins. The reward is given to the service of the servant, right? The king rewarded the servant for his wonderful service he did for the king. That's all. But when the servant goes back home, it is not only the servant who is enjoying the reward given by the king, it is his wife, it is his children, his parents, his in-laws, his sister, his brother, whoever is there in the family. They had no clue about the king. They had no idea about the king. They don't know how the king looks like. He's tall or short. He's good or bad. He has queens or doesn't have a queen. How many queens he has? How many children? The family member doesn't have any idea of that king. But without even having any idea of the king, they are enjoying the gift that given by the king to their husband, their father, right? Therefore, when we are under the shelter of Acharya, when the acharyas are rewarded, the gurus are rewarded by the Lord. But when we connected to a guru, that reward comes to us. Even if we don't know who Krishna is, even we have not read all the scriptures, but if we become a favorite of our Acharya, Acharya Abhimaname Uttarakam, if we become a favorite of our Acharya, of our Guru, then we get all the rewards of what an Acharya has. what an Acharya has. Therefore, we should understand that this whole Pasuram is speaking about how one must have Guru in their life to get connected to Guru. நாயகனாய் நின்ற நந்த கோபனுடைய கோயில் காப்பானே கொடித்தோன்றும் தோரணவாயில் காப்பானே மணிக்கதவும் தாழ் திறவாய் ஆயர் சிறுமியரோமுக்கு அரை பறை மாயன் மணிவண்ணன் நென்னிலே வாய் நேர்னான் தூயோமாய் வந்தோம் தூளழப் பாடுவான் வாயால் முன்ன முன்ன மாற்றாதே அம்மா நீ நேய நிலைக்கதவும் நீ கேளோர் எம்பாவாய். ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீய திருவடிகளே சரணம். I tried to reduce couple of slides, but I still struggling to reduce the time of my speech. That is my inability, wrong time management. Kindly tolerate with me. Another 14 more days good to go. Please keep your hands tight, travel, and we will have a beautiful journey for rest of 14 days. Continue with us tomorrow at 5 a.m. Central Time. Hare Krishna. Thank you, and forgive me for any offenses, and thanks for tolerating me.